Bro, you have no chill.
Look here, sweetheart. I'm keeping it 100.
We got all the tea here on Keeping It 100. Friends who talk together, laugh together, stay together. Here on Keeping It 100.
The hottest new talk show.
Tune in to Keeping It 100 right here on Intellectual Radio. Good evening, everybody. This is Keeping It 100 right here. We're filling in for Rhea Ray Harris with the Straight No Chaser show. So we're going to go ahead and introduce ourselves. I'm Lee.
It's the Kid Gotti in the venue.
I'm Mel.
And it's your boy Go to God.
This is Keeping It 100. Welcome to the live premiere. Thanks for tuning in. A quick introduction is this is the show Keeping It 100. We're gonna, give real facts. We're gonna keep up with current events that's going on local and the celebrity world, and we're gonna give you all the sauce that you need.
So to go ahead and introduce our first topic, what is the difference between white neighborhoods and black neighborhoods?
I more so think that white neighborhoods are more privileged. Black neighborhoods tend to have more so. When you drive down a black neighborhood, you notice it's a lot of liquor stores on every corner, almost on every corner. So even on our way here, we saw, 2 liquor stores on not even a block,
Yeah, they were back to back. I think it's just like lack of resources in our neighborhood. Like when you come to our neighborhoods, like libraries and youth centers, it's like they real scarce. But then when you go out to like the suburbs, everything is like like right by each other. So it's it's kind of our fault, but it's sort of not our fault.
Right.
Yeah. And I can tell that like everybody going through like a struggle, and people that's higher up, they understand our struggle, so they tend to take advantage of it. So they allow them to come and put all those liquor stores back to back and just put in stores there to bring us down, and we don't have our own stores of our own in our own communities.
Absolutely, because if you think about it, when you're in a black neighborhood, mostly everything that's owned is by like an Indian, an Asian, and they're looking at us funny when we come into their store, following us around and stuff. But if you go to a suburb, it's nothing like that. They speak to you, they're all kind and stuff, and it's kind of like, okay, so what are we doing wrong as blacks? You know what I'm saying? Like, what's the difference between us and them,
right?
In a sense.
I think as blacks, sometimes we play victim too much and we don't take enough responsibility. I think, in a way, we do have some of the chance to gain the resources that other people got, but even when we get them, we just, we don't take advantage of it. We just act like it's not even there. You know what I'm saying? Like even when you think about like the scenery of a black neighborhood compared to, I'm sorry. Even when you think about the scenery in a black neighborhood compared to other neighborhoods, you quickly notice like how clean other neighborhoods are. And we litter everywhere. We throw stuff everywhere. It's just like we pretty much don't care. So when other people come through, they like, yo, I shouldn't care either.
And another thing I have to say to piggyback off of what Breon said was that I feel like we personally need to go to more town meetings and give our opinion of what we want to see different in our neighborhood, because it starts with the people first. Nobody's going to listen to us nor respect us if we don't show that we actually care about the Chicago that we live in today. So also, when giving our input, instead of traveling 30 minutes, 50 minutes away to go to a theme park or some other suburb where they have more opportunities for young adults and like more like, positive activities like laser tag and stuff, like we should have that in our communities as well. Not stuff that brings us down, but something for the young people to do.
Yeah, and I believe that our lack of resources, just us knowing about things that's out there for us to take advantage of, like scholarships and job fairs and things like that, that's not easily accessible to us. So the only way that I knew how to get those things growing up was through counselors and teachers. It wasn't just in my face every day. And I believe that people tend to pull to things that they see in their face every day, and they don't show us that. And that's just another hardship on us.
I mean, so if we keep it 100, like why do we think like that black people, why do we think our people are so disconnected? Because I see the disconnect, you know, I may not, but I definitely see the disconnection. Why y'all, like, why do you think that is?
I feel like we're afraid to see another person go like get higher than us or be better than us, and it shouldn't be like that. You know, like we should be in it together. You know, not even to go into a racial thing, but like with Mexicans, I mean, they be together. You know what I'm saying? Like they be together. Asians, they be together. Indians, they be together. Like I don't know why it's just so difficult for us as blacks to just be together and make changes in the world that's just so positive instead of, you know, just looking at it. Oh, she got a new job, girl. Like, come on, like try to get that new job with her. Like, see if she can, you know, get you in. Like, it just doesn't make sense to me.
Yeah, and that just goes to us not being able to pull each other up and not wanting to communicate. It's like we have a hard time communicating with each other because everybody's just going through so much poverty and depression right now and just trying to get back and trying to find their own path, and it's so difficult. So it's like we don't make time to pull each other up because we focus on each other individually. And it should be a group thing, should be an effort. It takes a village to raise a child.
Right.
You know?
Man, like, so are y'all pretty much saying that like we struggle so much our entire lives that when we finally make a break or when we finally get there, we just like, man, I'm cool, I'm good.
I got my money and I was gone.
We're very content, and you know where we are as African Americans, it all steers back. I don't know if you guys seen the movie Roots, the new version that came out, and one thing that I got from that was more so that, you know, even back then, African Americans were more so against each other depending off of what African tribe they were from. And so it took Kunta Kinte basically to be like, you know, we need to come together if we want to not be slaves. If we need to take this ship down together, we're arguing with each other. We need to be arguing, you know, with the white man. So it all, like, what I took away from that TV show was that, you know, instead of being more so torn apart, we have to come together. Even today, we have to come together if we want, you know, our race to progress.
Man, like you definitely made a good reference to Roots. If you haven't seen that TV series, man, like I really suggest you to tune in. Like that show is mega dope. But speaking of Roots, one thing that I noticed about our neighborhoods is like they almost treat us like animals, and it's almost like modern day slavery. Like, you know, just because we not physically locked in cages, think about like when you go get food in our communities, how they have like the glass, you can't even, you know, like they just like treating you like animals, and they serving you through, you know, they serving you through glass. It's no face-to-face interaction. You know, they got all the sodas and drinks and pops chained up as if, you know, like that they're already saying that they gonna come, those group of people gonna come in here and steal, they gonna take from us. And it's like we so busy taking, it's like we sometimes we gotta be cool because people are judging us for that.
Yeah. And then back to the Roots. When I was I feel like a lot of young people should watch the new Roots series. It's a lot of action, all the action is there, but there's a lot of education there, and it just shows how those people was just being brought so low and how they stayed together. They willingness to stay together and keep each other up, it kept them happy during those times.
Right.
And they stayed happy all the way until they was free. You know, it took a long time, but just keeping that positive energy there and just staying there together, everybody wouldn't break down. Everybody wanted to run away, but they couldn't. Yet people had to keep each other's minds straight. And that's the same path. I guarantee if we go down that same path, things will get better.
Man, like, so I mean, so since we still on Roots, have y'all seen like how much, like, you know, the masters used to, you know, like really just take from the African American women, and sometimes that included sexual exchanges. And you know, so my question, like, because it wasn't even cool in those times, even though they made it cool, it was okay to, you know, take advantage of our women. But right now, to this day, how do y'all feel about interracial dating? Do y'all feel like, you know, that's accepted? Is it cool? Because I know I got older like family members, and they kind of against me dating against my race, and it's like I'm sure y'all may experience that too.
I think that with interracial dating, I accept it. I think it's a beautiful thing. I think that when it comes to interracial dating, I feel like it was all about how you were brought up with it. Like, were you raised to look at white people as, someone who's out to get us, or do you look at them as someone who's equal to us? Like, so if I look at a white man, do I feel like, love is love at the end of the day. So,
I mean, yeah.
I don't know. I'm gonna keep it 100. Honestly, like I grew up in the suburbs, so it was kind of like I was like a black kid with, a whole bunch of whites and Asians, and I thought it was okay for interracial, dating. But as I get older and I realize, so much from just past of what white people have done to us, instead of it being like I kind of just be like, oh, like I don't look. It's just like, oh. Does that make sense? Like it's just
Yeah.
okay. It's not negative nor positive, but it's just like okay. So
I
he got him a white
understand.
woman, or oh she got her a white man. At the end of the day, love is love. But I do just be like okay.
I don't, I always
can't
have to
judge.
play devil's advocate with that. I feel like, we live in a damn generation where we can't really, yeah, it's dope to know your history. I feel like everybody should know that. Yeah, like you should know what other people done to our race, but also, can we really blame people from this generation when they,
weren't there.
honestly, they had
Yeah.
nothing to do with it. So it's like, do we hold them responsible, for
Hmm.
that? So, I think it's just cool to, if you like a white woman, a Mexican one, I think you should chase that.
Yeah, because keeping it 100, I think interracial dating is cool. I think it should be accepted because we get so judgmental and mad because all the years that we've been judged off our skin color, and skin color shouldn't be a reason not to date somebody because
Right.
everybody is made the same with two arms and two legs.
Because,
And
black
I see a
people.
lot of beautiful white women. Okay,
Because black people could be racist too when it comes to, oh, no, I won't like date. Like, I've been told don't date no white boy, but I ain't gonna lie to you. I see a lot of, white men that are attractive. So,
So if we're gonna keep 100, what do y'all think drives people to dating outside their race? Like, why do y'all think people do that?
I think people want to change. They kind of like the feeling of something exciting and new. I know me personally, just I don't know. It's always interesting to know someone else's culture, what they do throughout their daily lives, and kind of blending your culture and another person's culture together. I just think something about that is just beautiful to me.
I could be deep in. Thinking too deep. But it's like one thing I noticed is like against African American men in general. I feel like the system is set up so against us, and I say us because I share the same color as them. It's set up so against us that when we do make that one mistake, it's like we automatically X'd out, and it kind of forces our sisters to be like, he can't get a job, he can't do this, he can't provide, he got to do this, and she looking at other people, and when they getting the money, that's what she really looking at instead of, her putting herself in, that brother's shoes. Like, well, man, he been in jail one time and it may not even been his fault. Or, he made a mistake when he was 15 years old. He grew so much from that, but he still held back for the rest of his life because he was born with a strike against him. So I think we have so much against us that, our sisters and people, they outside of us because they, it's just simply lack of education of what's going on.
What about the fact that like I've witnessed where black women, they don't like the fact that a black man dates a white woman or a Hispanic woman, and I don't know why, but
yeah.
what do you think about that?
I feel like if black and white were today, I feel like they can. It's good they can bounce off a lot of things because keeping it 100, white people have a good sense of business, and then whites can learn a good sense of culture and fashion, and just dancing and being that type of happy spirit from blacks, and that's a good thing to have on both sides, good business and good spirit. And if when people understand that, it'll make a better world.
So out of all the hardships we face, y'all know what we facing, like education in our community, like all the youth that's going, on the wrong path. How y'all think we overcome all this that's going on?
I don't think that we stand together. I think more so we come together when there's something that's happened to one of us. We come together when it's time to hate a particular race or a particular individual. Because when a particular situation is over with, we just go our separate ways. We don't continue to fight what we've been fighting for that month or that week. We forget about it.
Sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah.
I think that we should be more positive. I like some people that I've come across, they mainly focus on negative things that's happening in their life, or, they don't look towards, finding their spiritual side or whatever, but it's like they focus really mainly on negativity. But if you just honestly think positive and think like, okay, I can get through this. Oh, God isn't going to put you through anything that you can't overcome. You know what I mean? And I think that that's what we lack as, Black people, is not remaining positive and having that energy and surrounding ourselves with people who will better us as individuals. If you surround yourself with nothing but negativity, you're going to keep going lower and lower. But if you surround yourself with positive people and people that can help you grow as an individual, then you're going to keep reaching the top.
Man, she couldn't have spoke those words better. You got to start hanging with people on your level. Like, that's real. But my next question is like, do y'all think certain hardships that we face, like, is necessarily like a tradition? And what I mean by tradition is like, what about those kids growing up who's never seen anyone do things the right way, and sort of in their family, it's just like a tradition of everybody doing the wrong things, everybody going down the wrong path. Is that like a part of a culture? Do we even have a culture? Like,
I believe we have a culture, but I feel that we stray away from it. A lot of things that our mothers, our grandmothers, and before them, everything that they taught us to do, we don't really practice it. We more so let the new era take over our mind. We let the media take over our mind, songs and TV shows that we say we miss the 90s. We miss, whatever music in the 70s and all this other stuff, but we don't really practice what was happening during that particular time anymore.
yeah, but like, I definitely think as African Americans, we definitely have a culture, which is if you think about the food that we eat, like I grew up eating like soul food, and it's hard for me to transition out of liking soul food. Like, that's just like, you just can't beat no macaroni, greens, chicken. It's just like you could never get no better food than that. So I definitely think we got a culture, even from the way we talk.
You only eat chicken now.
I mean, chicken, macaroni, like look at the way we dress. We be swaggy, and we just
Right.
we out here in a really dope way.
Right.
Yeah, like that goes back from the beginning, how we always made our own music and kept ourselves entertained. We still do it now. Things derail, things get a little crazy, but I just think if even the younger and the older crowd, people just teach the new crowd growing up about responsibilities and what to do to make it further, and then they'll be okay. Because they're gonna still see realistically, they're gonna still see everything else, but long as that at home is telling them to do right and stay right, and they'll do right and they stay right.
And
Right.
I mean, but you gotta think about how easy it is to do the wrong thing, and how hard it is to do the right thing. Like, it's like going to school, bro. It's hard. Like, nobody wants
is
to do
hard.
that, but it's like, it's easy to be like, man, forget this. I'm about to go out with the guys. It's easy
About
to
to
do
do
the
something.
wrong thing.
And then until 4 years go by, and now you just looking like everybody left, everybody going to college, everybody successful. So that's why people gotta start thinking smart now.
Yeah, and that goes back to what was said earlier. Like, it starts at home, really. Family just has to really install it that school is important and that we shouldn't be in the streets. It's also lead by example.
Yeah,
So
and once again, let's make this clear. This isn't like a show where we bashing other people. Like, we definitely pro-black, but we're not anti-white, anti no other race or ethnicity. Like, we just really gonna keep 100. We gonna give you the sauce. You know what I'm saying? We gonna, like I say, we gonna light it up.
Right.
So what we about to do? We about to take a little quick break. We can't get y'all all the sauce right now, so stay tuned.
Hey, yeah, no, we don't keep it on. Hey, hey, tell you keep it on. We keep it on. Yeah, we keep it on. Hey, hey, why? Tell you keep it on. You know we keep it on. Baby, let's keep it on. Hey, hey, yeah, why? Hey, you know we keep it on. Hey, you know we keep it a hundred. Hey, Gotti and keep it a hundred. Now she gon' keep it 100. We gon' keep it a hundred. We gon' keep it a hundred. Hey, baby gon' keep it a hundred. Yeah, you know we keep it a hundred. Gotti and keep it a hundred. Now she gon' keep it 100. Then she gon' keep it a hundred. So we gon' keep it a hundred. Hey, how you doing? Welcome back to Keeping It 100 on Intellectual Radio. I'm Go to God.
I'm Mel's.
It's the kid Gotti in the vineyard.
The Lee is in the building.
And
What's
right now, we're jumping right into it. Old school versus new school. I'm new school, and we're going to do old school versus new school. And the first thing I want to know is music today better than old music, better than our pops and our moms' music?
I'm gonna be honest. I am an old school person. I love old school. Like, I mean, new school. I mean, like the music that we play now. I mean, it's cool, but I will never be over old school. Like, I like Womack and Womack. You know, I like the Supremes. I'm into Motown like crazy. Like, I just, I can't get enough of old school music.
I think that with new school music, I don't think that it's not consistent. Like we just, I don't know. I just think that like the artists that we see now, we're not gonna see them 5 years from now. The music keeps changing, and with old school, it was always like, it was always the same thing like that, and it was more personable. People felt like they could relate to the music. I can't relate to none of the music. None of it, but I still vibe. But it's all we got.
The only person I can relate to is Drake. Drops bombs.
Everybody.
Drops them like Drake is life. Like Drake is amazing.
Everybody relate to Drake. He's
Hey,
destined for greatness.
shout out to Drizzy, man.
I'm into the new school. I like the new school. I like the new swag, the new dances these young cats coming up with, and all the new songs and the vibe, the beats are just riding out. I'm into all that. I'm into being live and alive and a party. I'm one of those types. But I do like the old school music because the old school, you can relate to it. You can go back to it. You can be kicking it with your girl, throwing the old jam, and y'all just go back.
Man, I'm kind of indecisive. I'm kind of really in the middle because it's like I'm a fan of music. I'm a fan of hip hop. So when it's good music, I feel like like that's what I'm really into. I be hearing a lot of people say like Pac was their favorite rapper. I mean, he probably was a good rapper, but that's not my era. I wasn't a part of that generation, and I don't mean to offend nobody. So Lil Wayne, my favorite rapper. I think he's still an amazing artist, even though people trying to fall back on the kid now. But I think he's still dope. And wait till the Carter 5 drops mic.
I think our new school music has a lot of violence in it. And that's why I said earlier, like I can't really relate to it because it's like, no, I'm not popping thing. No, I don't got that perp. Like,
but old school hip music had a lot of violence in it now.
NWA.
Because NWA, you had a lot of people. And when I say that, when I'm in the car with my pops and he playing the music and he's singing it, it's not like our music today. I can hear it.
But see, the crazy thing about the old school music in the day, they were real life doing what they was rapping about. So they was like the real gangsters. Like they wasn't fronting they move.
50 Cent really got shot.
It's like now
know.
we promoting a lot of why rappers now promoting a lot of drugs. It's like they promoting that it's cool to do drugs.
Yeah.
It's sickening, but it sound good, and I think that's the only reason why the kids it's just a big wave with it.
So do you consider some of the new artists like one-hit wonders now? Like,
Yes.
I think a lot of them are, but a lot of them not. Like I can see that Future's becoming legendary.
mhm.
I can see that like Designer, he might be one hit. You know, I love the music now. He's making good music now, but the consistency, like, can he stay on? Can he show more bars? Can he make more music that can relate to people on multiple levels? And that's what keeps you relevant.
I mean, the thing about music now, I feel like it's music, but you know, when you listen to earlier music, it was more so about the lyrical content, who had bars, who really knew how to rap, who could really put words together. Now, as long as you can make a song and it's catchy and I
Yeah.
could dance to it and I could vibe to it, you can make millions of dollars doing it. It's just it's more so about the numbers and the money, and people fell out of love with the passion. You could tell the passion ain't that how it used to be. Ain't nobody
Right.
hungry no more.
Yeah.
Example,
And,
Fetty Wap.
Ooh. Wow. He
sorry.
makes really catchy songs, though.
That's
They be
does.
busting.
it.
But let me tell y'all something. One thing that like kind of irritates me about the music business now is a lot of people, they say one song. It's either one word or one verse, and I swear they become like everybody knows them. You know what I'm saying? But that's a perfect example. And I'm in college for 4 years, struggling to find a job. And I'm like, I couldn't come up with that. Cut it. Like, I had some scissors in my hand the other day.
Man. Hey, it's crazy. Like, man, this just the digital era. As long as you could come up with a catchy beat and you can put some type of dance to it, oh, it's you win that. If you could do that.
People love dancing. That's why dancing moves the world. And
It's,
people love it, even if they can't dance. They'll dance.
It's fun, man. So, do y'all think new music consistent?
no.
Like, in terms of the sound, like, does the sound stay the same? Is it consistent, or is everything just constantly
The
switching?
sound is gonna constantly change now, and it's rapidly changing fast to like this pop hip hop, like this
Yeah.
techno. I can hear it. As far as with the auto tune and things like that, is really derailing from straight bars.
Yeah.
It's going straight into like a new hip hop rock.
Mm.
Yeah.
Man, speaking of consistent, what what you think about that XXL freshman cover, like the 2016?
I like a few people on the 2016. I really did like the 2015, but this year you got like Kodak Black, 21 Savage, Lil Dicky, Lil Uzi, which is one of my favorite, Designer, G Herbo, which is one of our
Shout out to
Chicago's
Herb.
very
Shout out to
own, Dave East, Denzel Curry, and you got Lil Yachty.
Lil Yachty go crazy. Kodak, he making a buzz, and Herb got bars.
Yeah, now Herb, that's why I can say stick to his bars. Lil Uzi, he real rock stars
Yeah,
with
he
it.
cold.
Kodak real hood with it, and then you got Lil Yachty. He's like more. He'll give you a lot of melodies, a lot of slow rides with 808s.
The question still remains, who's hit or miss? Like, who will last? Because every XXL, like, even you say you like the 2015 version. Even when you look at the 15 version, you had Fetty. Fetty doing an amazing job right now. You had Tink on there. Who was all on that cover? Just to name a couple. I just know Tink and
You
Fetty.
had Dirt.
Yeah,
Lil
they're
Durk
doing
on
this
there.
thing right now.
Dej.
They,
I
Yeah.
think Dave's just gonna last.
yeah,
I think
they's
they gonna
going
last.
crazy.
But from 2016, I think Lil Uzi gonna last simply because how the music becoming a hip hop rock and how his buzz took so quick. He's just like a cool little guy, and everybody rocking with him. Lil Yachty, I can hear some bars in his music. Herbo got bars, but he has to learn how to make songs. Records,
Yeah.
and that's what matters. Lil Dicky, he's always entertaining. He's funny. His videos is very entertaining to watch. Designer, he
Yeah.
came. The
I
thing
don't
that disturbed me about Designer was his sounding like
His
Future a
sound.
lot. But
Yeah.
as I started to listen to it, I hear a little difference, and he got more of an up tempo.
See, Designer, the thing about that is, like, for me personally, he made the song was catchy, but it literally sounded like a version of Future, and I felt like Metro didn't produce it. Like, I was like, who
Yeah.
who did this production? It's bogus, but it wasn't Future. That's why it sounded like that.
Yeah.
To be honest
Yeah.
with you.
Sounded just like Future. Because me and my friends heard it for the first time one day. We been listening like the sixth time we heard the song. We was like, oh, Future went crazy. Oh, somebody like, oh, that's not Future. That's Design. I'm like, who? Like, not trying to no disrespect or nothing, but it's just.
I do it all the time. I play it just so I can ask people who was that.
Yeah.
Who you think that was?
It's like Fruit Designer. But yeah, I like Kodak. Kodak. When I listen to Kodak, I just be real laid back. That's when I'm with the guys. I can listen to Kodak. We can all just turn up. You know?
Yeah.
He give that type of feel. I listen to a little bit of Lil Savage. I mean, I listen to a little bit of 21 Savage, and he's good. And Dave East, G Herbo. I always been a fan of him since the beginning.
But one thing I want to like kind of hit on is, would you put any of the big dogs, like you know how we got Drake, would you put them up there with people like Jay-Z? Or
I think I can tell you that Jay-Z is the top. That's personally one of my favorite all-time rappers, and I can give you a lot of reasons why, but I can say for that spot when he leaves, I feel like Drake has the potential to take that spot simply because the noise and the way he surprised people.
I feel like Jay-Z is a businessman, and that's what makes him such a legend.
Yeah.
It doesn't even just have to do with music, but it has to do with, you know, how he had Rockaware, how he has, you know, like just a lot of business things going on, and that's what's making him such a billionaire. You know, like if we just, he was in the game, you know what I'm saying? And he left that, pursued his music, and now he's at the top. Like if we just stick together, you know, we can be just like Jay-Z, probably better.
Yeah.
We've been hearing a recent comparisons, but it's like I don't think Drizzy, you know, so like Drizzy top 5 of all time, in my personal opinion. But you know, like what I'm saying about Drake, when he said that comparison, I don't think he was saying I'm Jay-Z, but this generation, he is the new Jay-Z. Personally, you know, I think Jay-Z is a legend, but unfortunately, like we just live in a different era. You know what I'm saying? Like Beyonce, like she our generation's Diana Ross, so she's gone. Like we just live in a generation where they just giving people money, so she's gonna make more money than Diana Ross. That's just like I think Drake at a certain point he's gonna make more money than Jay-Z because he in a different era. You know what I'm saying? It's just like that's just how it's going. Like but Jay-Z, shout out to him because he definitely paved the way. But we just like music change and like everything's changed. And like you know, it's just a different era. People growing up not knowing who Jay-Z is, but they know who Drake is because he's in this era.
One thing I can say with Drake, like was stated before, you know, the whole consistency thing. Like you got some rappers that they get so stuck on this auto tune. Drake does his own like I see you one then, you know what I'm saying? Like he still has his, you know, his style, himself.
He focuses on a lot of craft, and I can tell by the beats, the melodies, the like just the way the songs mix. He works on his craft a lot, and I feel like people don't understand how important the craft is, the individuality, and that's what makes you stand.
Just in case y'all didn't know, Go to God is an artist, so you know we definitely referencing to
I'm
him.
an artist. I actually did the song that plays on our breaks.
You know,
I got new music coming, new videos coming that I will bring to the show. And I haven't even released as an artist yet, so I'm coming out as an artist. So hopefully all good things come from that.
It will.
Man, speaking of my favorite rapper, I know you spoke on, you know, how the drugs got the kids tripping these days. Wayne had another seizure, man. Bro,
he's scaring me.
He's scaring me, bro. Like he's my favorite rapper, but he's scaring me with all these seizures, bro. Like too many legends have died from doing all these drugs. What Pimp C? What did he die? I think he died from from lean. Like man, this stuff is really killing people, and it's just. Yo, you gotta chill.
It's killing the people, and what they don't know is it's killing their music too. Because the fans know when their favorite rapper isn't really there in the head. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's true. And it's killing the kids. It's making them do it. I see, like, you can't drink cough syrup. Medicine. The whole bottle is prescribed to last you weeks and months. You drink it at one time, and the kids is doing it, and it's crazy.
Yeah.
It's killing his brain cells, and it's making music slower. Like I can listen to one of my favorite rappers right now who's young, like Chief Keef. I used to like the old Chief Keef because he had a lot of bars. You know, he used to say things, and then it's now the more drugs he consumed, the more slow the music sounds.
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's
man.
crazy.
And that's one thing you could say. The old school, they necessarily they weren't killing their young audience. You know, the young audience today is listening to this new school rap, and it's kind of just let me do what he's doing because it might be cool. Like, I bet you how many people probably poured water on their cell phone with that new commercial that came out with Lil Wayne, like you monkey see, monkey do type thing, and it's like, oh, he drinking syrup, I'm gonna do that too. So,
Right now I want to get into the kicks of the day, and this is where I go into just telling you about hot new kicks that's in the street that you need to look out for. And for the kicks of the day, I have new retro 12s, red and white. Those come out July 2nd. Grab those for the 4th of July. Those would be a nice look. And those shoes, they were originally released in '96 from Jordan. I really love the 12s. I like the ones that came out back in December.
And just a fashion tip of the day, guys, start pulling your pants up, and you know, versatility is key. Like it's mandatory. Like that, like that's just a tip. Like, you know, step outside your swag, step outside your comfort zone, you know, and get to start meeting and mingling with women that you know that you normally don't do it with, yo. Like, swag out.
Your girl, she might like you wearing the joggers with the mics one day, but then she wants you to wear something casual, something fitted, so she can take you out in town. You know, say, my man got versatility. This is my man.
You know, you gotta boss. It's called sauce up and boss up. You know, like you just gotta
Sauce
do it.
and ladies, guys like it when your clothes actually fit, but
Is that right?
it's not necessarily, you know, the rolls that, you know, get the oven baking, but
Yeah, like, yeah.
it's your shape. So embrace your body, embrace your shape, but don't degrade it.
You know, come accurate, yo. Please be accurate. Mandatory, right? Please be accurate. Please.
It's summertime and I know it's getting hot, but that doesn't mean that our eyes gotta burn.
Yeah.
Same thing for women though. Same thing for women. Like, don't women, you ain't gotta overexpose yourself. You know, we like to see a lot, but we don't like to see too much because then we start thinking things. You know,
Yeah.
be conservative, but show a little bit. You know?
So we're gonna go on to word on the street. So I can't talk. As we all know, the past weekend was Father's Day weekend, and unfortunately, for our latest statistic update, 13 people were killed, but 43 were wounded.
Wow.
So I feel like Chicago really does need to do better. As a whole, we can't rely on our president to do it for us. He's not going to be Superman and just jump out and just get all the villains and the gangbangers. We have to start at home. We have to encourage each other to stop the violence. So when we see people posting on IG, you know, guns and money, you know, cut it out. It's not cool, you know.
Man, it's getting so crazy. Like, people getting killed on Facebook Live. Like,
Yes.
they real life recording and losing their life. Like, man, everybody gotta be smooth. Let the kids grow up. Y'all killing all our mentors and, you know, all our leaders. Like, let us grow up, man.
Because one of those murders happened in my neighborhood, and I lost a friend that I knew when I grew up with a long time, and it's just crazy how they just I keep losing it, man. You look and you like, I just seen this person, you know, and it don't make sense to me, you know, but it's crazy.
Go ahead.
I'm sorry, man. It's just on you, yeah.
One thing that I do think that we lack now when it comes to the killing in the streets is we don't have any more black leaders. So, like we used to have Martin Luther King, Rosa Parks, it doesn't stop there. We have to continue and be leaders. You know, Obama, he's an African American leader, but who's going to be next? You know, we can't, as a black community, we can't just put it all on one person or a few people. You have to start with yourself.
You got to step up.
Yeah.
And it's also about like taking baby steps. Like, you know, like we ain't gotta be like we looking up to Obama. It starts with somebody in the community, somebody who's tangible and obtainable. Like, you, like, real talk, like when you grow up and you only see certain things, that's just gonna be your natural reaction to follow that. If you only see, everybody selling drugs and doing the wrong thing, naturally, that's what you're gonna do. Because that's the cool thing to do. So we gotta get out of that and recognize that, like being lame is the new cool, however that sounds. No, just doing your thing, yo. Like be an individual and be who you are.
I feel like benefits is cool. Stable, being stable is cool. Taking care of business, riding a nice car, getting money. That's cool, and not looking over my back. That's cool to me.
I'm cool and content with that. And we gotta they need to bring like the youth on this by. Like I know me and Go, we used to be like at the every day after school, we either went to the library or we actually used to walk like a mile or two to the library after school and then also to the Boys and Girls Club. And they I don't even see I see more liquor stores than anything.
They don't have any more Boys and Girls Club. They used to have that when I was growing up. My mama, soon as summer hit, put me in a camp. You know what I'm saying?
Where are those clubs? We need those clubs back. If you're listening right now, we need those clubs back.
We do.
But what's getting scary is we ain't even safe no more. Like I know y'all heard about the recent Orlando shooting. Like we ain't you're not safe at the church. People coming and shooting the churches up. You can't go to a club and and party and turn up. They shooting that up. Like you can't go to school. They shooting that up. You can't take your girl to the movies. They shooting that up. They shooting outside, man. Like yo, like on the express. Like we can't. Y'all gotta chill.
Because weapons is like they becoming more easily accessible.
Yeah.
And it's a lot of anger. We all know it's a lot of angry people, you know what I'm saying? And there's a lot of people feeling towards types of ways towards the government and how things is going. And they're taking it out on people. So people just gotta be like watch their back and the government gotta regulate these laws better with these weapons and enforce more laws. Or it's gonna get if it get out of hand, then I can see riots coming back. Those types of things.
But to counter that, if the government, if they chill on it, it's just like people now you got to conceal carry because in city, like when you in dangerous cities, it's like you gotta have it. Like it's just like man, like because everybody else have it, so it goes to a point where you gotta protect yourself now.
Yeah. And I wish they could have found a way to regulate the laws instead of really enforcing concealed carry like they forcing concealed carry more than taking away guns. Because now it's like you giving me the chance to bear arms legally and he's bearing arms illegally. It's more violence. More gun. Like, I'm gonna shoot you because I can, because you're trying to shoot me because you can.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're defending yourself, but it's just it's just creating more.
Why do y'all feel like the world is becoming more violent? Because I know like back in the day, like people could have their windows open, their doors unlocked and stuff, and nothing would happen. But it's like, why now is everything's just getting worse? Violence is getting worse, especially in Chicago. Like somebody dying every day, and it's sad, and it's innocent people, which is the worst part. Like you're not even shooting your target. What's going on?
I think one word can be a solution. Money. Like like everybody's happy when they got money. I don't know if y'all noticed that, but it's like like the poverty level plays a part in why people getting killed. It's just like I understand certain things. I understand like like home invasion. It's like I don't condone it, but it's like I understand people ain't got money, so I could see why they breaking into somebody's crib, or I could see why they doing crazy things to get it. But it's just like I think money it's just like money ain't.
And social media is because I remember like before social media coming up, I didn't see fights all day, so I didn't know that I was in the neighborhood. But now people on social media and they keep seeing fights all day, and people getting popular off these fights and all these arguments, and people just getting popular off this entertainment. So people just following trend, they following suit. So if I study seeing people get jumped on all day on social media, I want to be on there too. Let's go jump somebody.
People now get famous off of stupid stuff that they
do. So I feel like social media got to play a part with not allowing people to post those types of videos. Because if people see more people partying and having fun more down their timeline, then that's what they want to do. If people see more violence down their timeline, that's what they want to do, because people are attached to their social medias all day.
I also feel like heat has a problem. Like, you know, it is the summertime, and I feel like in the summertime is mostly when all of the violence take place. But it's like, okay, so the heat getting to you, like you getting real hot, you getting angry, you trying to,
Right.
oh yeah, like you're more likely to have an argument with somebody just because you're irritated by the heat. You know what I mean? So
I think it's people want to. They know that when it's warm outside, you know, you could put that to LA. They want to be that guy or that girl. You know what I'm saying? They want to be the cool person, no matter like what risk it takes. You know, they want to be that person. And I don't think it should ever be that way, because more so during the wintertime, everybody is more so focused on being in the house, staying warm. Summertime, everybody want to be outside. Everybody wants to be seen.
It's
You
like
know?
a popularity contest.
Yeah.
And to get popular, you do what you gotta do.
yeah.
And it don't have to be that way, you know.
Yeah.
Like I feel like keeping it 100. I'm pretty popular, but I'm not popular off of the things that I did. I'm popular off the person that I am. You know, when people get around me, they say, "Oh, you're so cool, yo." And that truly what makes a person like you or not. You can do everything in the world to get popular, but you're gonna have people who gonna treat you good and still think about you negative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know?
That's a good point.
And that's the downfall.
Yeah.
Man, so he pretty much saying no matter what you do, if you don't follow a code of ethic or you don't got no morals, like I mean, yeah, you got money, but it's like once that's gone, who's your friend?
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's very true.
So like once again, man, like we gonna wrap things up. We wanna thank y'all so much
Yes.
oh, and follow us on social media. You can follow me personally, Instagram, Be The Guy, Facebook, and everything else. Breon Gotti and Macbeth.
You can follow me on Instagram at blue_resilient7. Yeah, Facebook, Melanie Dyer. Twitter, Blue Resilience. So
You can follow me on Instagram, go to God_. You can follow me on Snapchat, Go You Got It. That's GOUGOTIT. Don't forget it.
And of course, you can follow me under ___ the Lee on Instagram, and then on Twitter it's the same thing. Then on Snapchat, you know, if you want to see my beautiful face, it's Lily_Bear. So
I forgot. Add the kid on Snapchat. It's actually I am _ice code the numerical 9.
and mine is climax_of dreams, but it is on every girl's dream. I mean, every guy's dream.
Hey, and thanks for tuning in. This is
keeping it 100 right now. Straight no chaser.
Get it.
Intellectually radio.
Get it.
Hey, what? Tell you keep it 100. You know we keep it 100. Baby, let's keep it 100. Hey,